This chapter is coaching, life-changing conversations. We really believe that at the heart of a coaching relationship is a friendship. And the key to an impactful coaching friendship or relationship are these conversations that you have with each other. So we're gonna give you 6 questions that you can use in any coaching session. But more important than the model or even those questions, I think, is the story. And the story is John Cisniewski's story. And you'll get to see how John began as an apprentice leader, eventually a small group leader, then a coach of small group leaders, eventually an apprentice director of small groups, then a director of small groups, and eventually he became a campus pastor, and even now he's actually coaching other campus pastors. But listen to John as he talks about how coaching has had an impact on his overall journey as he's progressed over the past 15 years.
It was 15 years ago, and I was asked to be an apprentice leader in a small group. I had never led a small group before, but I had been working in the marketplace and was given opportunities to lead and to manage others. But here Sunatello comes along and she asks me to be her apprentice leader, and I thought, great, this is a great opportunity. I'd love to do that. But then she kind of threw me a curveball and she said, well, part of this apprenticeship is that you and I get to meet every week for at least an hour for the next year. And I thought, what are we possibly going to do every week for the next year for an hour at a time? And maybe it was kind of a prideful thing, but I thought, what are you actually going to do? How are you going to coach me? What is it you'll do to develop me? And I'm embarrassed to admit it now that I even thought those things, that I had any pride about that. But those turned out to be some of the best meetings. Someone for the first time spoke some truth in love. Someone came alongside me to develop me and to coach me and to train me to be the leader that God had called me to be. And today I look back at that year, again being pivotal, and I use some of those same techniques, some of those same strategies and development coaching techniques that Sue used in my life, and I use them in the lives of others. My own apprentice leaders for small groups, other coaches in ministry at a campus. God's now entrusted me with a campus of my own. Just a year ago, God entrusted me with a leadership resident, Aaron Montz. And Aaron and I, very similar to how Sue began to invest in me, I began to meet with him every week to say, okay, Aaron, here's kind of some of the things that we can do to lead this campus. And he's since gone on to lead his own church in San Francisco, now reaching several hundred people every week. Over the last 15 years, I am continually reminded that things will reproduce, that God's kingdom will continue to grow and grow exponentially to the extent that we have coaching in place, that we have very intentional leadership development where people are coming alongside other people to develop them, to speak truth in love, to coach them, and to see them through to all that God has designed for them.